Well, good afternoon everybody and welcome to this edition of the At Show. I'm sorry there is no screen in front of you to look at, but this is a live show and I am demonstrating the use of iOS. So, what we're looking at today is accessibility on an iPad using the first part of the accessibility solutions. So we will be looking at different parts in the next few weeks, but the first part is vision. So we're just concentrating on the vision aspects of accessibility solutions on an iPad. So I'll press on settings and we go and have a look right now at some of the features. The feature that I like on the iPad is the zoom feature. So we're going to go straight towards that, and it is activated by pressing this area here. I have it actually set on the window version here, so I can move this around so not all of the screen is selected, but this enables us to do wonderful things. So if I click on follow focus, which is this button here, it opens up smart typing, which is a feature that I found very useful in typing. So if I go to something like here, you can see that the text is opened up larger and now I can begin to type. These are features that have just come in on the latest update, which is iOS 13.14. So this is now writing, but the text is going larger so that it can be seen. One of the features of the iPad is the fact that if you hold down your finger on the key, it should produce another letter underneath it that helps you to identify what you've just selected. So, and also built in is this word prediction tool as well. So if I wanted to complete this for me, and you can see for is there and me. So that's the very first tool, and it's called smart typing. So I'm going to switch off zoom from there and go back into the accessibility options. One of the other options is the magnifier. That is also switched on from here, and you can adjust auto-focusing for all of those things. And this is activated by a triple click on the home key here. So if I triple click, I hope you can see this, it is now producing a larger magnification. Particularly useful on text or handwriting if you can't read your own handwriting and you want to be able to see it. Of course you can take a picture of it and that becomes something that's more useful also. So that's the magnifier. Next is one of my favorite features because it actually adjusts all the menus and text to be a global command that changes everything. So the first thing we can do is the text may be quite light to somebody who's got visual impairment, so I'm just going to make it bolder, and immediately you can see the changes occurring there. Also, I've switched on larger text, and I can change that to be quite a bit more dramatic if I wish, and I can take it right up to the top level for somebody who has macular degeneration. Of course it makes it a little bit more difficult to read the menus, but if I bring it down again to something not quite so large but passable for most people, then the dynamic typing display helps you to adjust this to suit. And of course I can make the button shapes stand out a bit more, and labels as well, which is those little icons under there. We can reduce transparency so there is more figure ground operation, and also I can increase the contrast, which you can see there it's gone to a much darker grey and becomes more visible on the screen out here. So that's working on text. Motion is a very when you actually use the screen, you will see that when I'm moving the iPad around, parts of the screen will just move slightly when that is switched off, and so I can reduce the motions to stop it from moving at all when I move it, which is what I'm doing now quite vigorously, though you can't see that. So that's just a small tool of change. But here's something that's been developed, which is spoken content, and in that we've got the option to actually have text read back to us. So if I go speech text there and show controller, I can now see that there's a little menu appeared up here. Now I'm going to go to some content I've written before, and if I just hold down on here and press that, you can now see that there is a play button. And
accessibility features on iOS fairly comprehensive and very useful. You can make changes to the way the iPad can be accessed. It's not perfect, but it is a chance to do this and to show what accessibility can be. This is now working for me.
And so,
note, accessibility features on iOS fairly comprehensive and very useful. You can make changes to the way the iPad can be.
So I can stop and start by using the finger icon on there, and it will play back to me. So that's another wonderful feature to do with accessibility on this tool. Moving back through all the options here, we can change voices and we can alter the speech rate. So for instance, I might prefer
speak selection read selected content.
That's a bit slow. I might want a lighter voice. So I have Serena, and when I press on the content in here, let's put the speaking rate up.
Speak selection reads selected content.
And Serena's quite clear. And going back to our text that we just had a minute ago, if I press on the icon there, hold down, and press play.
Accessibility features on iOS fairly comprehensive and very...
You get the idea. So it's obviously a very good feature to have, and I'm just going to switch off the speech controller so it doesn't interfere with my other tools that I'm trying to find. So speech screen can turn off, all kinds of tools related to speaking now. And the final one, audio descriptions. When available, audio descriptions will be seen. So this will turn on and allow you to see text-to-speech and all manners of productions to do with YouTube, other tools that will work with that, and it will give an audio description of what's going on, especially if it's BBC iPlayer and there's BBC iPlayer content, then you're able to join in with some of the things that are great for that, like Doctor Who or other particular programs that support audio description content. It will actually put that onto the screen. So I'm just trying to see if I can find a suitable document for that, and yeah, let's do a search for something down here. Okay, we'll do the news channel. So that's a live thing. Yep.
Delaware on Thursday. Nella Torfik has more.
Tens of thousands of people
So
strong enough
the
potentially
program,
again to cause some damage and disruption. An unseasonably windy end in
and
store
because it's
to the
live,
week
it's
ahead.
not allowing me that option.
This is BBC News. I'm Simon McCoy. The head.
So I will come out of that and we'll look at more other content another time. Well, that's everything that I want to talk about regarding accessibility in the vision area. Tune in next week when we look at some of the other options, such as hearing and hearing and physical disabilities. Thank you for now. Signing off, the At Show.